This is SPX on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Thursday. We ended the day at 55.6907. To the north side from where we are, it takes us to resistance and a potential take profit area at roughly 55.80. Above that, 56.06, and at 4 standard deviations, 56.31. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend and the baseline. Oops, that should be right there. That would take us to 55.27. Below that, another level of support and a potential take profit area and a potential stop loss area, 54.75, 54.51, and roughly 54.24. Looking left, you can see the clear bounce at support, sell-off at resistance, and obviously we are at resistance right now as well. So I anticipate a pullback. The RSI is also overbought. That is resistance up here. Excuse me. Now, this gap is still in play to the south side, taking us down to 52.87. This gap takes us down to roughly 51.57, not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Something to be aware of. We are still in an upward channel, a gradual channel there. Now, if we go sideways, this will act as a support, and we could bounce off of that or gradually follow the green line. And this gap to the upside closes out at 56.69. This one closed out recently. The one that's still in play to the north side opened up on the 5th of March, and that will take us to 58.42. This gap up here. But this is the nearest gap, so I will anticipate this closure if we continue to move upward. And what else? I think everything else has closed that I have tracked and talked about. All right, option R here. I have been tracking SPX for a little while, back down here at 36.66. Trader Murat and I talked about that. We talked about it here in the $4,000 range. So congrats if you've been in this in the long haul. Now, very quickly, your targets on the daily. So we're at this purple line. Resistance is up here, another level of resistance that I've marked out. We'll have to hit that line to get through to a higher level. So obviously we'll pass through that, but it's going to be a fight. And then this one will close out if we get to the green line here at 59.74. That would just be retracing to an area we've already been. And then to the south side, excuse me. Oh, let's see, that will be 54.90. And on the daily, we are also in an upward channel. The next one I want to talk about, congrats, by the way, if you are in Trane, up 8.45%. Since we're on the daily, I'll just show it to you. I have not looked at this for a very long time. And the white lines are previous price targets. And we have blazed through that. I guess I tracked it at 139. So congrats, but watch out for this big gap right here. And I'll mark it out on the 5 only because that's where I like to track my gaps. We gapped up on earnings here. So we gapped up, which means we will retrace eventually. Okay, takes a while to color code everything, but here, one target, 391.88 and 361.15 with this gap closure taking us down to 354.87. The one that I really want to show you, because this one has more skin in the game, more more meat on the bones, I should say, at this point, because Trane has run up. There's only a 4% left return before the next leg up and the leg down, 323 and 475. So only 4%, and it's such an expensive ticker that I'd rather trade something else. So this is more interesting to me, ENPH. And we ended the day at 44.59. I'll give you some targets very quickly. It's been a while since I looked at this. Middle of the trend, 45.30. The gap begins at 46.73, 47.07, closes out at 47.66. 3 standard is 47.94, and don't hold your breath for price to get to this level, 48.84. And to the south side, 43.57, 42.65. Don't hold your breath. This is another stop loss area and another potential buy-in area. However, at 41.78, which would be a better entry point than at 44.59. So if you just wanted to say, if I get it, I get it, I'll just do a buy order down here, and if I wick down there, fabulous. If not, no big deal. As a matter of fact, I might just do that. Okay, that is it. Oh, let me just close out this gap that apparently closed out. There are many gaps to the upside with this ticker. That closed out on roughly April the 3rd. Delete. Congrats if you went short at that point. Oops. Garbage. Where's my garbage? Right there. Oops, wrong thing. 53.13. Delete. No longer a threat to our account. And then this one, like I said, it's been a while since I looked at this. All we did was reverse because we were at highs. So this one touched right there, taking us to 63.80. Oh, and that's where I also did a video. All right. But let me show you. Oh, so we're in a downward channel. By the end of the week, we could be landing possibly here. 44.28, 42.44, and 46.05. But on the daily, solar plays, I'm not too fond of them, but I think at a 52-week low, look at this, I love the 52-week lows on a big name company that's worth $5.85 billion. See, look at all the red. I love it. I love it. I mean, I feel bad, obviously, if you're bleeding out and you bought at the high and you kept it. But for people who aren't in, this is an opportunity, let's just say. All right, for the upside, oh, we've got a gap that will take us down to $11.96. Scary. I don't know. But we tanked here. Okay, I guess. I mean, they still made $356 million. That's nothing to laugh or cry about, but word on the street, they didn't hit it, so they got punished. But then they got punished. I don't even need to know what the news is. Oops. All I know is we're going to retrace because no stock continues to go up without consolidating. Look at that. That's all we did. We went down to go back up again. Eventually. I don't think they're going to go out of business. Okay, 44.59. Let me make this just slightly bigger. Whoops, gosh darn it. Okay, right here. To the north side, 52.23 and 30.52. All right, that does it for me. That's a look at SPX, Trane, and ENPH. If there's a ticker you'd like me to go over, please let me know, and have a great trading day.